Well, 10% of Australia's total methane emissions come from cattle. With an industry target of carbon neutrality by 2030, reduction tactics are a red hot topic this year's beef. But can we get our cattle to lick their way to less emissions? To discuss, I'm joined by Michael Wilkes of Performance Feeds. Michael, how are you enjoying beef so far?
It's great, Lindsay. A little wet, but really, really good.
It's a little bit of reprieve, can I say, if you come from the south.
Coming from South Australia, this is easy to deal with.
Precisely. Tell us about your product and how it reduces methane.
Yeah, sure. So Performance Feeds has a product called OrganiPro, which is a loose-licked mineral supplement, and it contains a product called Agalin within it, and that reduces the methane emissions from the animals by impacting the microbes in the rumen.
Where is it at as a product? How widely is it used?
So the product's been out in the market for about 3 years, and predominantly, given it's focused at organic production systems, it's really taken stronghold in Western Queensland, Western New South Wales particularly, but it's used across the country where relevant. So yeah, great product, starting to see a great level of adoption, and it's certified by the Australian Certified Organic Inputs, so it's widely accepted.
Michael, what's your own background in agriculture?
Come from a nutrition and ruminant physiology background, studied in South Australia. I've worked throughout the Eastern Seaboard in consulting and research roles predominantly over the last little while.
Who are you liking the look of in our heifer competition at the moment?
Well, the Santas are looking good.
You have to say that. You'll be pushed out of here.
But yeah, no, I do like that. It's nice to come up this way and see. We've got a few Santas at home, not many other Bos Indicus influenced cattle really, so nice to see them and some of the Brangus in them as well.
We're watching some of our judging live on the screen at the moment there in centre ring, a beautiful lineup and a little bit drizzly outside. But I wondered if you could explain for me if there is a difference between two of the kind of terms we're hearing a lot, which is total emissions and emissions intensity.
Sure. So when we think about whole farm emissions and the methane output that are coming from livestock in particular, total emissions is a function of how big the farm is and the total inputs that have gone into it really. But really what we want to work on is emissions intensity, which is the emissions associated with the per unit of beef out of the gate. And really if we're driving productive cattle, more weight for the inputs, more weight for the number of cattle we're running, we reduce that number, and that's really the number that the supply chain's wanting. So a product like OrganiPro gives us mineral nutrition needs are met, and then we have the additional methane benefit of Agalin as well.
Michael Wilkes, I don't want to keep you from the judging outside. I know you want to see it, but I really appreciate your time on such a hot topic here, and thanks to the team at Performance Feeds and OrganiPro.
Thank you.
Well, don't go anywhere. We know that you're all eagerly awaiting the results of our champion interbreed female. We'll be back with those results in just a moment.
Beef is a key